What's up guys, welcome back for the YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Back again here in Group E. Bottom left, I guess, Blood Destiny, Blood, well, good old school deck. Back from 2007, definitely top tier, if not tier 0 back then. For the short amount of time we had it available in the TCG. But again, as you know, this is an OCG list as you see here. It's paired up against Infernity, is the synchro version of the first decks lists, I guess, for Infernity. Also an OCG list, by the way, due to triple Trishula. So which deck has the advantage? Interesting one here. Again, the votes from the previous video. Comments as well. It seems that, you know, more comments were in favor of Blood, you know, like Destiny, Heroes.tech, in favor of, or versus Infernities, but the votes were like the opposites, you know, Infernity sitting at like 60-ish%. In all honesty, I wouldn't know. Like, before this matchup, well, again, both decks are from like a similar age, I guess. Going first, going second. If I look at something like Infernities, they definitely want to go first. They are playing a lot of traps. That's like quite, how do I say it? Like, quite normal for like early Infernity because of the, what is it called, like the, I forgot its name, the Infernity, the trap card, right? Like discard up to 1 or 2, and then you can Foolish Burial like 1 or 2 depending on how many cards you like. Infernity and Infern, I believe the name is, which is like, well, a very slow card, but it's like a huge Foolish Burial for the deck, and it's back then one of the best like big grave setup cards for the deck. So anyway, good first game. Second duel, again going second here. I see the Heavy Storm, I was like, well, and because I had Jinzo, I was like, well, let's go for Reasoning first. Kind of bank on the special summon, like best case scenario, Stratos maybe, Malicious maybe, but you know, like Stratos preferably. And then go for Jinzo. Why no Heavy Storm right off the bat? Because of Solemn Judgment. And yeah, as you saw, Starlight Road was set. So going for Jinzo first, I believe, always was the better play. Quite lucky here with the Dimension Fusion, so get Dim Fizz, use its effect, double Stratos Surge, and I believe I'm going to surcharge my last targets. Triple Stratos must be nice, and this is not enough. Okay, yeah, I can't attack, right? Yeah, the Threatening Roar. So that's cool, but the thing here is that, again, the Plasma is quite weak. Again, any levels, well, any synchro play, I guess, would give, you know, like Infernities the big synchro monster needed to just attack over Plasma and make monster effects live. And due to the fact that Solemn Judgment is set, obviously you want to, like, destroy the Jinzo, right? The Stratos here, you know, could have, like, forced out the back here. In this case, we know it's Judgment, but yeah, I probably would have done the same, like, not using Judgment Eye. Well, you could, but it's like half of your life points, 4k life points, and yeah, you know that Stratos probably would, well, I know, right, because I see my hand, but Stratos may be searching like the second copy of Plasma. You'd rather want to keep the Judgment for that Plasma, who knows, but you know, Stratos is ridiculous that it has the effect that it can pop cards as well. Heavy Storm, Harpies, Feather Duster like effect. Back in the old school days, that was superb. It was really overpowered. Now it's like, well, whatever, it's fine. Okay, game number 3 again going second, and I see my opening and I was like, okay, this is okay. The Stratos, the Magical Stone Excavation, definitely sweet. Let's say if you use Reasoning or Monster Gate and you hope, like very similar to Infernoid, to, you know, mill a lot of cards, and all of the, well, at least a couple of those cards, hopefully, let's say like a Phoenix Blade, Dimension Fusion that you could get back either from Dark Magician of Chaos, pre-errata by the way, or Magical Stone Excavation, right? But yeah, double Trish, too strong, and that's the thing here with like Blood Destiny is that it's somewhat of a combo deck, if that makes sense. Like going first, you're heavily relying on let's say Stratos into Malicious Destiny draw, or you know Reasoning and you, or Monster Gate, and you need some luck of like milling Phoenix Blade, you know, those cards, and you know, there is some luck, a lot of luck involved with this deck compared to, well, like other decks. It doesn't really matter which ones, but you know what I mean, right? And the thing is that if I'm losing 2 cards from my opening hand, that's devastating, super devastating. I think I lost Monster Gate, which is already a huge card for the deck, especially to get those, you know, big cards in the graveyard, like, again, Phoenix Blade, Dimension Fusion, to potentially get them back from, like, a Demock or, you know, Magical Stone Excavation. This time I'm going first, and I did side in like Trap Dust Shoot, Royal Decree, I believe those 2 were side-decked in. Not really sure if there are other cards I put in, probably not, like from the top of my head. But again, this is like strong. When I saw my 5 cards, I was like, ooh, this could be a brick. But the 6th card being a Destiny Draw definitely helps out. So I finally get my engine going, and the fact that I already have access to Dimension Fusion just makes things much easier, I think. Well, I mean, not using it, I could have not used it, but I was like, well, Plasma is already really strong against a lot of older decks, and I don't think Infernity is playing like board wipes. Hopefully not, at least, you know, now here in the hands we don't see some form of board wipes other than traps like Mirror Force or Torrential, but I have Degree, so I was like, well, let's go for it, right? Like the double Plasma, the only play I think now from the top of my head, if Infernity is able to get rid of at least 1 Plasma, is, as we saw in like the first duel, like a Synchro play. But, you know, like, you're already asking a lot of specific cards to get those cards in the graveyard, right? Since, again, Greffer is blocked by by the Plasma. So, all cool. I think, I'm saying the sentence a lot, but I think we have a well-deserved winner. 3-1 here, Blood versus Infernity. So, next matchup, we have Dark Synchro versus Synchro Cat. Both these decks can still move on to the top 16 playoffs, but Blood as well, but it depends on, like, the score of this particular matchup. So, that will follow soon. Again, like always, feel free to leave your prediction. There will be, like, a link in, like, the pinned comments down below, and also the video description to the straw poll. Like always, Synchro Cat versus like Omega Hand Loop deck. Both decks are quite similar. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.